sole of the foot up against the body, shin up against the back of the hamstring, control of the Achilles. I turn my elbow to my hip, and I reach for the near hip. I bring my foot back close to my butt. This is what's going to help get my butt off the floor. My head goes, top of my head goes towards the hip, and I want to pull my shoulders towards my ears as I drop my left shoulder into this pocket. As I roll down. Now, I like to switch my grip, so I let go of that first one on the Achilles. I cup around so the crease of my elbow goes in front of the shin, and I grab my own shin. Now I use both of these to pull his hip close to the top of my shoulder and my ear. So I pull in. Okay. Now once I'm here, I'm going to switch from the near hip to behind the back. This way if he tries to scoot away, I can help keep connected. And now I switch to the far hip. Same thing, keep connected. I want his hip on top of my shoulder. Now I want to change the angle of my shins so that they point over this near shoulder, so over his right shoulder. So the top of my knee, okay, not my kneecap, I don't want to be on the outside. Top of my knee goes on top of the hip. But both of my shins angle over that shoulder. And now once they angle over the shoulder, I'll let go of the shin. I reach for the far knee, and both hands are pulling towards my left knee and my left hip. And my legs are going to do like a counter pressure here. So my right knee pulls down as my left leg extends up. This is what starts to lift the hip for me. Okay, so they work together. So now, as my legs do that motion and my arms pull towards this far leg, now I should be able to pull him right into my lap. Now we're right on the back. Again, so I have that daily heel hook in, controlling the Achilles. I reach for the near hip, foot back to my butt, elbow goes to my hip, shoulder down, my ears, or my shoulders go to my ears. So I'm controlling here. I reach around, catch my shin. We're gonna practice dragging them in. So pull the hip in towards the shoulder. If Paul goes to scoot away from me, we just practice dragging them back in. Don't let them create too much distance. So now I go hand on the spine or the near hip. This way again, if he tries to scoot away, okay, it's a little better. Now we reach to the far hip. We're really pulling in tight. Okay. Now it's hard for him to create distance. We change our angle so my knee comes to the top of the hip. Both of my shins point over the near side shoulder, so his right shoulder. I have that counter pressure. Now I can release the shin here. I come to the back of the far knee. Both hands are going to pull towards my left side. So my left knee, left hip, right in that area, as we create that counter pressure that will lift the hips off the floor. So right knee is constantly pulling down. I don't just pull it to the hip and leave it there. Okay? Constantly pulling down as my left leg extends up. Okay? So behind the knee, behind the hip, counter pressure with the legs, all same time. Right onto the back.